What's my opinion on mentalists? They all claim that they are not clairvoyant, they cannot read minds, and this is something that is taught and they can practice, right? So I don't agree with that, right? So I'm going to discuss that in this video and give you my perspective from a yoga meditation point of view, right? So for those of you who like the contents of my video, please also do not forget to also like and subscribe to my channel. This is going to greatly help me to reach out to more people, and I would really appreciate that. And if you could do even a greater favor, share it with just one other person or social media channel that you have, and also leave your comment so I get an idea of what you feel about my videos and so forth. And this is something that really will help me to adjust and change positively, right? um, and of course my style is my style, right? And but I'll try to accommodate those as far as possible. So this I thank you in advance for. And for those who don't know me, I'm Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capability, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. I have a special promotion that I'm running, a 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5. Visit my website, yogawellness786.com, to get more information about my testimonials, my services, and how to contact me, and experience the telepathic healing for yourself at a very low cost, and let the possibilities open up for you, and also I'm an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years, and teaching for 44 years. And in that period I've studied under various masters from different schools of thought, from different across different cultures globally, across the globe, from the Eastern, Far Eastern, Middle Eastern, and Western cultures, right? And created my own combined protocols, more designed for the 21st century, because I know what current social problems are, and time constraints, and you want results quicker, faster, easier, more time efficient, and you want things results oriented, right? To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries, and my favorite protocol is the 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, in exchange for subscribing to my blog, and where you can also get more information about my services. Also, remember, my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So I had the pleasure of viewing mentalists, especially on America, AGT, America's Got Talent, BGT, Britain's Got Talent, and then again today, on one of the podcasts, Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett. And usually his guests are amazing, right? And I learn a lot usually from it. But from his guest was a mentalist, Oz, or he pronounced it Oz, Perlman. And it struck me interesting because I'm Osman, right? And people call me Oz for short, like the Wizard of Oz, because I got all this mystical powers and telepathic healing and hocus pocus stuff, right? And telling you can get your soulmate, do this, woo, and stuff, balance your energy, getting peak performance in this thing, so it's like the Wizard of Oz, so exciting. And of course I love Harry Potter movies and fantasies till today, right? I love fantasy, Lord of the Rings trilogy. Maybe now most of you don't even know what that is, right, in 2025. But his name was Oz Perlman, but Oz. And I'm thinking to make it easier for people to call me instead of Osman, Oz. But I needed to be neutral, Those who want to call me Oz can call me Oz. But by leaving Osman, I can appeal to even the serious crowd as well. And usually in this niche, there's a lot of too many serious people, right? So in the mentalist thing, I've been watching it. So let me give you from another perspective, right? Then you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because he keeps saying, no, I cannot read minds, Okay, he's telling a half truth, right? So let me explain why a half truth. So you get during Halloween, in the US, the people knocking trick or treat. And sometimes when you open the door, there's someone, a lady that this thing, and then they just start telling you everything about your life that they never met you before. And in your childhood, this happened and this happened, and they start telling things about you that is impossible that they could have known. Right? How is it that they know this? What magical are they a witch? Right? And then they say, now you must give me $10 or $20, right? And you don't want to give it. Oh, I'm going to put a curse on you, and you get so worried. And this thing, if you don't give, and you feel like obligated to give the money, they like, blackmailing you to paying them, right? So how they do that is not through some magical mystical powers. You can practice this with your mind. So when you practice relaxation, right, with meditation, as you're advancing with meditation, you learn to relax your mind, and then you're focusing, then you get more control. Your mind is not going so much like the other people after like some reasonable amount of practice time, right? And I noticed that when I used to practice meditation seriously using guided meditation CDs, right? And I use these CDs from the Brahma Kumaris. I purchased because they were offering free. We all like free stuff, right? Offering free 5-day meditation course, and said, "Wow, let me see what this thing is about," because this was really eluding me at that time, right? What meditation really is all about. And I went, and they used to play at the end of every training. It was like a 45 minutes, hour or 2 hour. Can't remember how long. It was very interesting sessions though. And at the end of it, we used to do like a 5-10 minute meditation, right? And they used to put the CD on, very amazing sound, right? So this all has got to do with the mentalist, right? So just go, bear with me, yeah? And and for the first time, I felt very relaxed, and there was a amazing, gentle voice in the audio that said, "Okay, now you could just close your eyes and picture yourself in the scene, and you're feeling so calm, and everything is relaxed, and you just a time out for a few minutes." And like the way that background music was amazing. I was determined to buy the CD. I bought the CD, and I used to play it. And sitting on a couch, right? For the first time, I felt the first step, the first stage of meditation, the withdrawal of the senses. Like I could feel like a filling from the toe upwards, like the consciousness leaving me, like the bottle is filling up from the bottom upwards, but consciousness was leaving me, like numbness was filling up to the neck, and I couldn't feel from my neck downwards. Of course, if you touch hard, you could feel, but like it was like 90% numb, 10% was there, right? 90% numbness, and said, I feel so relaxed and peaceful, and this thing, and my mind was very relaxed and peaceful. So when my mind was very relaxed and peaceful, when I'm around people, I hear thoughts in my mind, right? And I know it's not my thought because I'm very relaxed and focused, because I was like new into it, and I was like focusing on my breath and focusing on peace, and always peaceful and calm and this thing, Suddenly this crazy thoughts that I wouldn't think of thought like that. Where did this thought come from? And the person, I said, no, not my thoughts. It's this other person's thoughts. So you learn to practice your mind calmness, blank, and you open the frequency. The people's thoughts is like a radio signal they're blasting into. It's just that you don't notice it because there's so many other signals blasting. You're thinking of 500 different things, and whenever you think of something, you connect to that. Every time you think of a person, you connect to that person, and then you connect to that person's thoughts. So you just be very calm, and you think of that person, whatever thoughts come, and this is not something you're thinking, right? It's not possible. It's those thoughts. It's that you can know what type of things you think of, right? And you know what thing they you wouldn't think of. So when you're thinking, then you know what that person is thinking. You practice this. You keep practicing. It doesn't take you like a long time. But the mentalist people are practicing like for 10 years out in guessing. So because normally a person going to see, and then they see the card or they think of something, the thought come in the mind, and it prints, it comes to the mind of the mentalist because he keeps his mind calm. He uses that method. Isn't that reading the mind? What do you call that? Say, no, I'm not reading the mind. I promise you, I'm not clairvoyant. I can't read minds and everything. Bullshit. Sorry, excuse the French. Okay, BS, right? They are. That's the way. And coming back to the witch, and then so this is one. Of course, they have many other secrets and so forth, but this is the foundation, that makes things like really amazing. And they can when you connect to. So let's go a little bit further. How they do this video one day before that they're gonna know there wasn't in your that what decision you're gonna make the next day. How do you do that, right? Isn't that the most amazing thing? No, not amazing. Let's go to physics. In physics, they found in the study of quantum fields and quantum energies and other frequencies and possibility of other life forms and higher frequencies in existence and so forth. They found that they declared that we are in the third dimension, right? And that they found so far 11 dimensions, and from the fourth dimension upwards time behaves differently. Not like in this dimension, the third dimension, time in a linear fashion. There's a start and there's an end. When you pass this point, you can't go backward. Right? The past is the past, the future is the future, right? But from the next dimension upwards, and this is the dimension of thought, right? The fourth dimension is the dimension of thought. This is how I do telepathic healing, right? So from that fourth dimension, time is not in a linear, it's mixed up. What is in the past, what is in the present, what is in the future is all can be seen immediately. So he focuses, tomorrow I'm going to this event in AGT and I'm going to, so he always doesn't randomly call people. He normally take the guests, the presenters, people that he know he's going to be questioning. He connects to their mind beforehand, right? That if tomorrow I'm going to be there, what am I going to choose, and what card's going to come out? And it's nothing random. Everything is there's a lot of predetermination in a lot of things. So they're getting it right that way, right? So he's going into that dimension and can see a little bit into the future. And then when you master it completely, you'll see clearer and clearer and clearer. So as they practice more and more and more, this becomes clearer and they can see further and further, right? And multiple dimensions and multiple, people and even strangers, who they will meet and so forth, right? And they get better and better, like that. So then to us, it seems magic, but they're using science, right? And they're using this art form that is people call pseudoscience, like what the gypsies and the witches using. Because the people say, I don't believe in all this stuff. This is good. The witches don't want you to believe. If you believe, then you got the game. The game is up, right? So I hope that information helps you and give you my perspective on the powers of the mentalist. And maybe you can become a little mentalist yourself, right? Take care of yourself always.